hideous. Dear God. I just want to kind of lift it like this and see what happens.
Okay.
Am I really about to spend about $1,000 on this?
Fuck it. To make you happy?
I don't know. Briefly.
That's all that matters. If it makes you happy even briefly, that's all that matters. How funny if you like install hydraulics though. That'd be hilarious.
I mean, this thing kind of low too.
A low rider Regina? Oh my fuck.
This
that actually fucks hard.
Blacked
this
out?
Fucks hard. Oh my god. Black this bitch out, please.
You would drive the shit out of this if it had some money rims. Oh my god. All right.
I can't. Can we get like 2 Reginas?
I want to start Regina Gang and just have everybody that's in it needs to drive a Regina.
Okay, next paycheck I get, I'm getting Regina.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
I need money. I need people to give me money.
Money. All right, I'm just gonna start.
Oh, chat is gonna be an 11.
Legal.
Prostitution's legal?
Apparently it's legal. Woo!
What do we want to do today, man? I don't know. I'm
also,
thinking.
How is it like how is strip clubs but there's no strippers?
I don't know.
My niece used to be a stripper. I'm so proud of her. My mom's a stripper. I'm so proud of her.
I was a stripper. Apparently Ziggy was a stripper too.
Ziggy, I can believe.
What about me?
I don't know. I just feel like you're just so innocent.
Right.
Although I will be, to be fair, that's probably just my. You can like feather it.
Oh, I can feather it. Oh boy.
Uh-oh, was that Hank?
No, this is Balto. We wanted to talk yesterday. I expect this to be a long talk.
I'll just lay in the back, pretend I'm not there.
Let me answer this. Hold on. What's up, Balto?
I'm not dead.
I know you're not.
I slept for 16 hours last night.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same.
I did that thing where you're like, oh, I don't feel very good. I think I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah.
And then you
There's
wake up
one.
and it's the next day.
I get that. All good. You feeling better?
I feel slightly more human, so I'll take it.
My emotes aren't working. That's
All
good.
All right. You ready, kiddo?
Yeah, we can chat.
All right.
I'm going to warn you. I am soured out from fucking hour-long conversations, but I am down to chat.
All right. Let me, I'm going to come up to Tiger House. I'm going to get some money. I need to buy some food or I might just drop fucking dead in the middle of this.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be on the way. I'll come pick you up, all right?
All right. See you shortly.
All right, see you soon. Bye-bye. I'm probably going to drop you off for this conversation, if that's all right.
It's okay. What'd you have for dinner before
What's-
you go?
Oh, I had a chicken bowl with churros and crispy Brussels sprouts. It was really good.
Like Brussels sprouts?
I love
I feel like it's a vegetable I had to like get back into.
Brussels sprouts. When done right, are fucking delicious. When done wrong, you just know. You know what I mean? All right, you guys ready for this chat?
I made mussels, like green mussels with pasta and like this like lovely look herbaceous butter garlic sauce.
That does sound good.
It was amazing. Okay, have fun with your serious talks.
Thank you, appreciate it. It should all be good, I think. We shall see.
Nah, I'll probably see you later.
Yeah, I'll be around.
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Hello. The Brussels sprouts I had were so fucking good. I don't even know what I ordered, but they were loaded. They like, dude. Balsamic glaze is amazing. Yeah. What's the chat gonna be about? Balto just wants to kind of lay into Flop about stuff, but honestly, Flop is sort of just of the mindset that he's gonna do what he's gonna do anyway. But Balto is probably gonna lay into a lot of just like reality sets of like, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that. To be honest though, so you guys are aware going into this, Flop is not looking to retain a lot. Flop is sort of doing what he wants out of this with his life. And is past the point of looking for the advice of others to kind of make the decision. So he'll listen to Balto, right? Because Flop cares about Balto, but at the same time, Flop is, you know, Flop knows what he wants in life, and he's not letting anything get in the way of that. So, but damn, what a fucked up day. I kind of want to do more racing, dude. I want to get Flop more into it. It's been a while. We got to get a chase going with Flop. Maybe a cash exchange? I mean, who knows? Bloody Toes, thank you for the 20 months. Holy shit, thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat, please? I like how this was the car of choice. Oh, man. You know what I like about this car? It's like a fucking shit class car, so it's just cheap to repair. Yeah, it's not the fastest, but it's got style and personality. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yo, Bleeding, you have an amazing rest of your night. I appreciate the resub. Go get some sleep. Thank you for being here as always. Have a good one. I think we're going to see a lot more of Flop doing like street racing and stuff soon. I think we're going to do a lot more driving soon.
God, this thing is ugly.
Why? It's okay. So I'll give you some insider knowledge.
All right.
The mayor has opted that repair parts are the metals used to create the parts are not as high quality. So cars break down a lot more often, and we already have a material problem in the city. So I don't want to drive around my nice car and then spend $4 grand every time I drive it for 3 days, 2 days. I'd rather just drive a shitbox knowing that I need like a one across to fix this thing.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. It comes with its benefits and detriments.
Unless you kill us.
No such thing.
Uh-huh.
Great safety rating.
I'm glad I brought the painkillers with me.
Yeah. It's got a 5-star safety rating. You can't beat that.
I mean, I feel pretty snug and secure in my spot, so...
That's what I'm saying. Those bucket seats do wonders, I'm telling you. Forget the lack of airbags. Airbags are a myth. All I'm saying is that if you constantly sail a boat, it's rare you'll ever hit anything.
I don't think that's how the law of averages works out, kiddo.
I'm pretty sure in my gravitational life, the gravitational pull...
Gravitational life?
Yes, my gravitational life is telling me that I'm probably going to be okay if I just drive this thing all day.
Uh-huh.
You know what's crazy? I've ejected out of this car less than any other car I own.
You've owned this car for less time.
I've also driven this car more than most of my other cars.
That's because you were surgically attached to your fucking CVPI for the longest time.
Yeah, well, you know. How you doing?
I'm old. I stood up from my chair and both my knees, my left hip, and my ankle all popped at once so loud that Max could hear it across the room.
We love that, though.
I'm so fucking old. This weather up here in Sandy, all the rain. Ah.
What the hell could Benny possibly want? God damn it. Hey, what's up, Benny?
Yo, what you up to?
I am about to have a conversation with a friend, with family, I should say. But
Gotcha.
after that, I should be good.
We have to go get food.
What do you got going on?
Nothing. Just trying to see what everybody's doing. Not really much going on.
I got you.
But,
well, as soon as I'm done, I should be good if you want to do something.
yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. I'll let you know,
All
right?
right, see ya.
All right, later.
All right, later.
I threw some in the glove box for you.
Here, let me throw you some cash.
No, you're good. Don't worry about that. Please.
Oh, kiddo. I'm old.
I'd rather not do this in the rain unless it just started raining up here. I can't tell.
It just started raining, I think.
We can chat and talk. I'll just drive us away from the fucking rain. Ah, never mind. We're good.
Yeah, rain is very, strange up here. The mountains fuck with the weather patterns.
Did we do the thing? I think the gamble went up. I don't know.
Oh, tell me about your life, kiddo. How you been? What are you doing? Any cute boys?
Any what?
Any cute boys?
Just the one that I'm married to, I guess.
You guess? Are you not sure?
No, I'm pretty sure that, you know, I guess I have one in my life, I guess. If you count Edbert, I guess there's two in my life, but he doesn't really count. He's like, there's me, Ziggy, and then like there's Edbert, but Edbert waits outside. I swear to God, if these guys are getting together to do straight races right now. Yeah,
I mean, we can go race if there's night races, but.
Hold on. Yo, what's up?
Are you trying to get me shot?
What do you mean? Oh, no. I just said
400 baggies?
I did not say there were 400 bags.
Tally said you said there was 400 bags.
And I told her that I didn't actually see how many bags there were.
Oh, well,
I told her that like 3 times.
Okay, Tally, now Flop is saying that.
Tell her to call me. Tell her to call me. I will hatch this out. You're fine. You're not going to be killed, I promise.
Okay, hold on, okay.
All right. Jesus Christ. Tally is a fucking goldfish. I love her, though.
Everybody in my life is a bunch of fucking goldfishes. I am a goldfish. Although if there are night races, we can absolutely go to them. I went with
Hi, Tally.
Please don't shoot me, ma'am. I'm just trying to sell the rugs. Hi.
That's not how you answer a phone.
Sorry.
No, I had jokingly said there were like 400 bags, but seriously, I mean, I only saw them for a split second. I don't know how many bags there were.
It was the rolls. They were in bags.
Whatever.
So what happened was.
Yeah, so you gaslit this.
I was just giving.
This guy called me. He's like, "Oh my God, we're dead. Hold on. Oh my God."
Where are you?
Hold on.
Wow.
I'm fine. Route 68. I'm fine. Go stay by a tree.
Okay.
5-star safety rating, Regina. We love it. Yeah, Dean just called me in a panic. He's like, "Bro, you trying to get me fucking killed?" All right, you do your thing. I'll call you soon.
Enjoy your soliloquy.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
God, it's so nice just to hear you fucking happy.
It's been nice.
I fucking listened to you, and it's night fucking day from a couple months ago.
It's just, you know what it is? It's like, it's just less bullshit. It's less bullshit and more like just excuses to smile, I guess.
That makes me so happy. Well,
Yeah.
honestly. If anybody deserves it at this point, it's fucking you.
We'll hang out here. I have not chatted here in a minute.
What a weird ass location to have a conversation.
You know what's funny? The last time I was here was when I was writing statements down from Ash and Reggie during the Jasper case.
Oh, damn.
So,
okay, a while ago.
I don't care where we go. We can either go on the roof. We could just hang out here. What do you want to do?
Oh, this is. I see base housing and I'm just getting fucking flashbacks. We'll just wander a bit.
Oh, good. But yeah, no, things have been good. I've been happy.
Anything new in the world of Flop Dugong?
Besides the fact that I pretty much single-handedly help an entire group get away with murder.
Did the person deserve it?
Heinous crime, really sad, unfortunate that she passed away. After what I heard what everyone did, literally after what I heard everyone else, her friends got her killed. I don't know how else to say that. Like,
okay.
If it were anyone else, I would have been like, yeah, that motherfucker deserves to die. I knew who she was. I feel bad that she passed, but let's be honest. I don't know. Well, the problem is that her friends literally called her and they were like, or called someone in the ADMC and they were like, you have 24 hours to tell us where she's at or we're gonna rain hell upon you guys. And they were like, okay. So yeah, they all got kidnapped and got it.
Yeah, because that always works out, threatening people.
Yeah, but I can talk about it now because statute of limitations is fucking dink-donks. Today marks, I think, 30 days, and PD, as far as I could see, failed to actually fulfill any of them. And it's funny because...
is failing at their entire job?
I know. Let's hang out under here. Why not? This is like a... I've never...
I was gonna go up on the roof.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Down.
I like to be tall.
I do, too. I'm not used to being tall. But yeah, besides that, I kind of shadowed that case because I was the lead on it, and then when I retired, I sort of just gave pointers to the people, and I was like, listen, I don't know how else to put this.
This was the one with Sean giving you the gun, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'll say this much about that case. Sean's warrant no longer exists. And it's crazy because I found out that apparently PD had it. They just...
That's wild.
They never ran it,
That's either some absolutely spectacular police incompetence or some amazing plot armor.
All I know is that they literally had every point reference of evidence they would have needed to convict, and they somehow failed to get a fucking conviction. Yeah, I like, it's one of those, like, I can't even feel bad at that point. Like, that was no one else's problem but PD's at that point. There's literally nothing that could have been done outside of that. You have everything at your side, and it just, I don't know. I kind of like it over here. Just like, you see the whole, like, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Would you like a cigarette?
I would, actually. I was just about to ask if you had one. Why do I have so many weapons on me?
I don't know. I have brass knuckles, a gun, and a brick.
I've got a brick, a knife, a wrench, a pair of shoes, and knuckle dusters.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know why. I know I used the knuckles to be.
Have your pick on those two.
Oh, bless.
Well, yeah. So far, things have been pretty good. I'm needless to say, I'm happy. Still dealing with the, you know, occasional bullshit here and there, but I'm at the point right now, Balto, where I'm sort of just telling people, like, listen, I'm gonna just live my life, and if you don't like it, you don't have to be in it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the bottom line.
That's essentially what I told you. I mean, Flop, at this point, it's been how many months this has been going on? Yeah. I think the last several times I've visited, it's some new or horrific development. And at this point, you're either going to shit and get off the pot, or you're going to, you know, bust your fucking spinal cords up just sitting on it.
Yeah.
You can only beat a dead horse for so long.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, if you have questions about stuff, I mean, feel free to ask, but I really don't.
I'm mostly just kind of, I don't get to, like, actually, like I said, the last couple times I've been here, we don't just get to just talk about your life now. And I'm planning your wedding. Okay, I told you, I'm coming back in a month. And I'm
You're coming
planning
back
your
with a
wedding.
fucking vengeance on that one.
Yeah. Listen, y'all sent me that text message in, I want to say March.
Probably.
It is now halfway through August almost. It's time to have a fucking vow renewal, okay?
It's okay. We call it in the business 1 to 2 weeks. And in 1 to 2 weeks, when we don't get around to it, one to 2 more weeks.
I gotta wait till your husband rears his head because I can't do any planning without like. I want Ziggy to be the one who gets walked down the aisle. Let's turn expectations on its head, and let's have you standing at the altar.
He would never let that happen.
I'm the one planning it though. We'll put him in white, and you can wear the tux and stand at the altar.
I don't look bad in a tux. I'll say that much.
He can have his VP walk him down the aisle.
I'm definitely.
Like, no, ain't no way.
I'm definitely putting.
Wake up.
I'm telling Sean he's putting on a dress and walking him down the aisle. Him with his fuckboy haircut. Jesus Christ.
That'd be hilarious though, and you know it.
Oh yeah. Hold on, I'm muting my phone per request. Okay, we're good.
I'm just gonna warn you now. My brain is very stormy right now, so if I, fall asleep, absolutely go ahead and just go about your night because
You're good.
there. If I sleep, there's a good chance I'm not coming back.
It's okay. You're good. Things have been good though. Little question mark about family, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sort of at a point right now with that where if people are going to have their hates or vendettas, then they didn't care about the family to begin with. So I've sort of just lived on the pretense idea that, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna keep moving.
I'm gonna give you one last piece of advice on that front.
Yeah, lay it out for me.
And take it as I'm okay. I'm gonna preface this by saying that I am exceptionally biased towards you and Ziggy.
That's fair. Okay.
Let's be upfront and honest about that. I have an exceptional bias, and I am aware of that.
I respect it.
At a certain point, you are beating a dead horse, and it's not good for anybody involved.
100% agree.
Do you remember when I human trafficked?
Yes.
And I swear, I'm going somewhere with this.
I was gonna say, I know this is an end goal, but my God, I feel like we just did a fucking 180 and rolled the vagina upside down. But go ahead.
And you remember how there's a shitload of people mad at me, right? And a lot of people broke with me very fairly. I did technically human traffic and or almost murder people.
I was gonna say, who was the person you human trafficked again? I remember who's pissed.
Jeffy and Bryce.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. And you remember everybody was mad as fuck with me for a very long time, and they broke with me, which again, fair. I hold no, anger against anybody. But do you remember I got out of jail and time passed, and I seemed to settle back into my life, and it seems like the relationships came back and they came back stronger.
Yes.
Sometimes what you need to do is have that break.
I agree.
There were some people like Bundy who
never moved on.
He and I never got along again.
Sure.
And there were people like Grayson who probably never forgot what I did, but he was willing to let me move on. And then there were people like Kiki and Winston and Veronica who were super fucking mad at me for a very long time. And then, we worked through it. You love I know that deep down, despite everything that's going on, you love your family and you kind of want to hold on to it. I'm pretty sure Ziggy wants you to hold on to them. But at a certain point, and I say this with all the love in the world, you have to realize how toxic that is. How absolutely unhealthy that is.
It's kind of funny that you bring it up that way. Because I was the one that told Ziggy, I said, Ziggy, I know that you really want to keep things, together. I more than appreciate the optimism, more than you'll ever know. And I laid that out for him. I told him, I said, Ziggy, I know that you are so willing to bend, keep things going, and he's admitted himself he has. And I told him, I said, sometimes it is, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on how you look at it, because it depends where your optimism lies, sometimes it is worth letting go. Nobody wants it, but sometimes it needs to happen.
A little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
You have this very terrible habit of, I'm going to call it quiet quitting. Where when you're done with something, you don't say you're done, you don't end it, you just stop. And fuck me, dude, that's not healthy. Because what that does is that sets false expectations for everybody involved.
I can agree to a certain extent. I think, I'm going to agree with you up to a certain point. I'm going to disagree on one pretense.
Absolutely.
I was also on the optimism train with Ziggy. The difference between him and I is I learned to get off the roller coaster. He's choosing to continue riding it. I tried to make that amends, and I feel like you said, beating a dead horse. When Richard, at the end of our conversation, turned around and told me to, and I quote, stick it in your pipe and smoke it, and then said, I don't like the road you're going down, and I'm worried about it. After everything I told him, with all the intentions I planned on doing, honestly, I gave him a couple of half-truths because a lot of things were not set in stone, and knowing him, he takes things literal. So I absolutely gave him some half-truths, but I didn't lie to him, and I didn't leave anything out that would have been out of the ordinary. I was respectful, and I was honest with the things I could be honest about. And even after laying out my honesty to him, and he straight up made me break down in tears, by the end of that conversation, the last thing I told him was to worry about it, and I walked away because I realized I'm beating a dead horse right now. And I realized that if after everything I just laid out, and after every opportunity I could to let him know that what he said hurt me, and that was pretty much not recoverable, and his response to that was, the truth hurts. While I didn't make anything official, I feel like me telling him that I guess you're going to have to worry about it because I've, put simply, I give up with this conversation. I absolutely, I think, I don't want to say broke ties, but I most definitely distanced myself from him. And unfortunately, I might be the only person who hasn't had direct contact with him in the family since that conversation, because I think other people are trying to make things happen. And I've made the point to almost everybody that I feel like I can't trust my father. I feel like I can't be honest with him. And I feel like I did everything in my power to make the amends. But I think the only difference is, instead of trying to have conclusions, I feel like I've already made my conclusion, and I've expressed that to everybody. And the only people that haven't taken that verbatim are the ones that have gone to try and talk to him. People that still have the optimism.
Okay, Flop. You know I love you. You also know that I'm a nosy bitch. I am also aware that everything I give you is advice. You could go away from this conversation and do the exact opposite of what I say you should do or what I recommend. I'm aware. You're a grown adult, and I respect that. I think the only time I wouldn't respect your decisions is if you became a member of the Taliban. We would have to have words then.
Yeah, probably.
Or if you became a marshal, we'd probably have to have words then too, because they're about the same. Not gonna lie.
Thank you for reminding me. Remind me to tell you about the 45-minute war I started on Twitter with Brittany Angel.
Oh yeah, you got to give me more details. We started that conversation and then we got.
Oh my god, I fucking. Oh, that was.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
I'm pretty sure I'm on a list. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's gonna try to ruin my life at some point, but that's besides the point. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to make you feel better? Do you want me to read you filthy, or do you want me to do both?
I mean, just lay it out how you think it needs to come across. I mean, I'm not out here looking to.
You're doing yourself and everybody else involved in this fuck shit of a situation a disservice by not fucking talking to your dad.
I disagree.
You said you just no. Hold on.
You're missing a key detail though.
Okay.
Every single person who's tried to get in touch with him and have tried to become personal with him has said that, hey, you need to go to your doctor's appointment. And he has told everyone pretty much to get the fuck out of my face. Me, being the only person who has not reached out to him, texted him and said, hi, Dad. Just want to remind you, make sure you go to your doctor appointment. I want to make sure that your head injury doesn't get worse. And he said, thank you, I will. I'm going to get in touch with a doctor today. I have so far been the only person who has been able to keep a relationship with my father since that conversation. Everybody else that has spoken to him, my dad has pushed away. Everybody.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what you want in this situation then, because you said you don't think you can trust him and you want to distance yourself. But you're hanging on to what's essentially a toxic relationship because he'll only listen to you.
I'm hanging on to the love factor. I don't intend on telling him anything I plan on doing moving forward because he's broken the trust of my life with him. But as much as I hate him being a marshal and he hates where I'm at in my life, I've learned that as much as I wish he was not a marshal, I'm not going to stop him doing something that he wants the same way I would hope he would not stop me from doing what I want. So in terms of that boundary, our lives have not crossed. They may cross at some point, but our personal lives and our day-to-days do not cross. But my concern for his health, or him asking me, you know, if I'm doing okay or how's my health doing, I think is just a distant way of him showing his love. And it's kind of a fucked up relation. I'll admit it's not what I would call a healthy one, but in a weird fucked up world, I think I'm the only one who has even any form of a relation with him, to be fair. So I don't know what to take with that, but I don't think me talking to him is the problem. I think the problem is that everyone else is trying to put a band-aid on a wound that is already bled out.
But what the point I'm getting at, Flomp, is that you've told everybody else this, but you haven't told him this.
I disagree.
Bitch, you just told me you've told everybody else who's come to you, but you didn't tell him.
He knows I don't trust him. There's a reason he hasn't reached out to me to try and make amends. All's in his court on that.
Car?
Yeah, that's a gauntlet maybe or something. I don't know.
No.
Where'd they pull in?
Engine's whine is too high to be a gauntlet.
I don't think so.
I don't hear him.
All right.
I don't know. My concern is that it's all going to blow up in your face if you just don't drop the rope.
I'm the only one that did drop the rope, though. I know I'm missing details, and I know I'm not explaining this the best. I have openly told everybody that all I want out of my relationship with my father is that I live my life and he lives his. And if that's the way that we have to be mutual with each other, then that's the way it has to be. And it sounds like everybody else has tried to create the conversation and the boundary by going directly to his place of wherever to talk to him face to face. And he's pushed people away from that. And people are presenting that with, my father doesn't want to talk to me, or he doesn't love me anymore. And even Etta expressed that he's distanced himself from the family and has told people that he's distancing himself from the family because he's realizing that our lives are super different. And he wants to distance himself in a way so that there is still some mutual boundary that isn't as personal as it once was before. And it sounds like if I'm understanding the situation properly, he's trying to set a boundary that's comfortable for him. And it sounds like a lot of people in the family have not respected that boundary and keep trying to talk to him face to face. And I'm the only one that hasn't made that effort. And yet he's the only one that's actually responded to positive reinforcement. Granted, it was over a text, and I hate that. But truthfully, if that's the way it has to be right now, then that's the way it has to be. If it means that we get to be mutual.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask a couple questions.
Yeah.
Everybody else, you've made this stance clear too. I live my life, you live yours.
To
Get over
Etta,
it.
to Ziggy, and to Rue. Not to Maple, because Maple, I'm pretty sure is just... I don't know. I don't know what to think about Maple. I really don't.
Okay. Would you like to touch on that, or would you like to avoid it for now?
I don't think there's much to say about Maple. He hasn't reached out to me about something that happened with Etta, and he hasn't wanted to speak to me. I'm pretty sure he's probably upset with Rue about an altercation that occurred. Truthfully, I've already expressed my side of that, and I don't think that's impeding on anything right now. As I put to Etta, what happened between her and Rue is between her and Rue, and I need her to try and figure that out if she wants to. If she chooses not to, that's up to her as well. But we'll stuck on topic with the family. Ziggy knows, Rue knows, and Etta knows, and I'm pretty sure Richard knows based on our text history since then.
And you're aware that there's probably sooner rather than later, considering how bloodthirsty you sounded when I was talking with you and Tally the other day. Holy shit, son.
About who specifically? Because I am
Just
bloodthirsty
in
for...
general, the marshals.
Oh, fuck them and the horse they rode in on. I don't give a shit about them.
But
But-
you're aware that status quo is probably going to lull some of them into a sense of false security, and you're aware that that's going to be a clusterfuck.
Who's going to be falling into a false security?
I'll just say the rest of the family et al.
How do I say this?
Because I agree with you with not immediately jumping into crime. I did it wrong when I semi-retired previously.
Sure.
I got into too much shit too fast, and then what ended up happening was I got too uncomfortable, and I went back to EMS. I think if I'd gone a little slower, I probably wouldn't have gone back after I got out of jail. So, kudos to you on that, honestly.
I'm trying. I've almost gotten caught a few times. No one's chased me yet, but fucking A, it's been damn close. But to your point, I think the easiest way I can say this is I don't feel like the responsibility of the entire family should fall on my shoulders.
No, it shouldn't. I don't think it should either. The point I guess I'm trying to make is I think just having it all out there would let people make the informed decision, but that's just me. I also am a kind of person that does not give two shits about what other people think of me. So it's a little different, I know.
Yeah. Well, so it started with me telling Richard that, you know, hey, I've always been an adrenaline junkie. This has never changed. Yeah, I have intentions on straight racing. Typical communication between people. That turned into, I guess, Etta having a conversation with Richard. And I learned that after I had a conversation with Etta. And she's like, did you really tell Dad that you were going to do crime? I'm like, how did he put it? She said, oh, Richard was saying that, you know, you're essentially just going to turn to a full life of crime. I'm like, I don't know how he got street racing into a full life of crime, but okay, sure. In the grand scheme of things that I could be doing, I don't think that one is the pinnacle of problems. But okay, so he's
on gateway crime, don't you know? Soon you'll be committing treason, just like your old man.
Oh man, I got fucking close with Brittany Angel. I'll tell you what. God damn. She said something along the lines of "Watch yourself, soldier," and I'm just saying, I don't know what that means, but tell you what, I won't be standing on the Marshall side if that ever fucking comes. She can go fuck herself there. But, yeah, Richard was under the idea that I'm just going to fall to a life of crime and have a bullet in the back of my head for it. And I re-clarified to Etta in that conversation after she spoke with Richard. I said, all I told him was straight racing. And I said, honestly, in the grand scheme, I didn't lie to him. Really is just straight racing right now. Could it become something else? Sure. After the way he reacted to street racing, do I plan on disclosing that with him? If he asks, maybe. But by the way he responded the first time, I was flabbergasted.
Oh God, I can already see what's gonna happen the first time you get arrested. It's going to be a fucking shit show.
Oh, yeah. And you know, with my luck, it's gonna be like Matt or somebody. God, I said that out loud. Fuck. If it's Matt, god damn it.
You brought it into the ether.
God damn it. Fuck.
I don't know. You're an adult. I think you're a lot more capable of making decisions for your life than a lot of people give you credit for. My recommendation, and I'm going to put a big old capital R on that one, is recommendation, is have it out one last time with your whole family, lay out, your boundaries and expectation, and let the chips fall where they may. Again, recommendation. Because I'm going to be honest, it already kind of sounds like the timber's smoldering, and eventually it's going to catch fire, and the least you can do is try to control that burn.
Yeah. I told Etta, I'll tell the others, it really is no significance to this right now, but something came up, someone said something, Rue took what someone else said and took it literal and tried to speak with Etta. Ziggy got upset about the same thing, was going to have a conversation with Etta, and I pulled them both aside and I said, please. I said, individual conversations don't get this fucking family anywhere. I said, if we're actually going to talk this out, I said, we're going to talk as a group. And I said, if by the end of that conversation, we end up right where I expect to end up, I'm laying everything out. And if they don't accept it, then they can move on. And I made that clear. So
I hope you have that conversation sooner rather than later for your own sake and for Ziggy and Rue, because they're also kind of caught up in the crossfire too. And it wouldn't surprise me. And again, I'm going to show my bias here a little bit.
Sure.
If they're catching some of the blame for your actions.
I might be wrong about this. I think some of the blame, I think most of the blame right now, if I had to guess, is I'm assuming if people were to have judgment on anyone in the family, it would probably be with Ziggy and Rue.
Which sucks and isn't fair to them, because you're an adult who makes his own fucking decisions, and it's not fair to them to be held responsible for your choices, and it's not fair for you for them to sit there and say, "Oh, Flop can't make his own decisions. He's so malleable. His husband and daughter can make his decisions for them." Shitty, no matter how you look at it.
No, definitely. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna stare into that bright sun for a sec.
Oh God! At least
Yeah,
you're
give me a
wearing
second.
sunglasses.
A damn good photo. Hold on. My phone's about to die. I'm sorry. What was that 1%? I'm waiting for a text. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, you're 100% right. It's unfair to them. And even after what happened between Rue and Etta, I expressed to Etta that Rue is working on being better of herself. And I needed her to understand that she is trying her best. And her takeaway was that she was still scared about whatever happened. And I said, no, you're right. You can be scared. That's fine. I'm not taking that away from you. I said, just understand that I am working on trying to make things better. And literally just being a father, teaching a daughter to think maybe critically and a little bit better than, you know, resorting to violence, but simply. And I'm not telling her to listen to my advice, but I told her always, if I ever give her advice, just keep it in your back pocket. And if you ever get into a situation, think about it and, you know, do with it what you will. I'm not here to control your life. So, and I did express that to Etta, and, you know.
All right. I dig it. I respect it.
Yeah.
I'm always going to support your choices. You could tell me, you know, we could come back to this a week from now. You could tell me everything.
The family's going to do coke.
Okay, no, not that. I can't allow that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Denied. That one I won't allow.
You
no
said
coke,
anything.
no morphine. You know what I mean, within reason.
People keep handing me painkillers. Do you have any idea how hard it is?
Why?
I literally
get you a fucking vest that says no narcotics.
I'm just gonna put gaff tape over the top of the no, and it's just gonna say narcotics. I'm gonna have a narcotics vest. If you have any narcotics, give them to me.
But seriously, I know we're at a stage in our lives where you tell me a lot, but you don't tell me everything, and that's okay. That's what your husband's for. Your husband gets everything. I'm your brother. I get like 80 to 85% of stuff, and that's okay.
I try and give as much as I can. I mean, there's nothing that I'm necessarily like hiding.
You don't have to explain yourself.
No, I know.
Everybody has a different level of comfort with different people. There are things that I would tell my spouses that I wouldn't tell my club, and there are things I wouldn't tell my club that I wouldn't tell you, and you know, it's just different levels. You don't have to explain yourself.
Sure.
Like I said,
I can appreciate
always
that.
gonna have my support.
And I
Plus,
appreciate
if you
that.
told me everything, I would be too incredibly powerful to cause too much damage.
Yeah, that's probably likely.
I'm aware. I'm okay with it. Like I said, I get 80 to 85% of it. That's more than most people get besides like your husband and daughter, so I'll take it. I'm like third on the level, man.
You know, it's so funny too, because obviously not everyone is. Well, this is no surprise. Obviously, there's people in the family that aren't fond of you. Shocker, right?
Oh no. People who don't like me.
Yeah.
Add them to the list that's like 8 miles long.
Holy shit.
Woo.
I don't know what that was. That was loud. Oh my god.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, I don't know what that was. Holy fuck. But yeah, the reality is this is, unlike a lot of people in the family, you always tend to just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? You just kind of, you're just like, listen, here's the no bullshit. Let's get to the fucking point. This is what's going on. I ain't gonna tell you how to live your life, but let me tell you something from an outsider perspective, and you just kind of lay it out for what it is. And to be honest, I need less sugarcoating in my life because, as you put it, people are beating a dead horse. And
listen,
yeah,
I'm aware that it's very easy for me to say shit like that because I'm gonna level with you. I don't like most of the people involved in your family, or at least I don't particularly care for them.
That's fair.
But at the same time, I say this as a joke a lot, Flop, but I'm old. I've been around for, well, if we count the prison years, close to 200 years. But if we count just my normal human years, I'm 54, Flop.
Yeah.
I have long learned that if I push too much or if I go places people don't want me to, and if I don't heed boundaries and warnings, I lose the people I care about.
Of course.
That's why when I can tell you're not saying everything, or when I think you're not saying everything, I don't push. It's why I don't go after Dark or Etta and rip into them for being fucking morons. Because I know you don't want me to. Because I know it would make the situation worse. They like to say that I come to, you know, do nothing but cause problems, and that's why I tweet that out every time I come to visit now. here to be a problem. But, like,
I love when you do, because sometimes people tweet shit out and I'm like, oh my god, just fucking say it how it is. Jesus Christ, it's great.
but I have long ago learned that the best I can do for people in my life is try to give them as unbiased a view as possible, or at least declare my bias, which I do when it comes to you and Ziggy. Give them advice, and then just try to be supportive.
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, that's... I can't believe I'm saying it. I'm going to say it out loud. Oh my god, we're up at a high point. It's going to echo. It's almost like you know the definition of unconditional love. Oh, I said it. I said the thing.
Oop.
Oop. Oop.
So yeah, whatever choice you make with the family, with your life.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Baltus Mike.
Marshall or the Taliban. We'll have to have words if you do either of those things. I support you.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. I know that's a thankless thing, but at the same time, it's the right thing to do. But just know, I genuinely mean that. Thank you.
Flop, you being in my life has made all of the shit worth it.
A lot of years of it, too, nonetheless, if you can imagine that. Honestly, anybody that's willing to put up with my shit for all these years, I mean, honestly, you deserve at least a gold star for that. Actually, hold on. I'm backing that up. Not a gold star. I went through the gold star phase with that fucking investigation. We're going to move past the gold star bullshit. You at least get a fucking award for that, okay?
All right. You know, you're in my will.
Am I?
Yeah.
Whose will?
My will. For when I die in like 5 years.
What's their last name? Will who?
You smartass.
Sorry.
You're going to become partial owner of my entire wildlife rehab business, you and Ziggy.
Oh, wait, I love that.
I
don't love the idea of a will, but I do.
Flop, I have a terminal brain disease.
I know,
wrote my will forever ago.
I know.
I keep it updated. The kids, my wife, my husband, they get the land that the house is on and the back 50 acres, and they've got all my money. You and Ziggy get the business and all the buildings and all the land it's on. So about another, I want to say 1,150 acres all told.
Holy fuck. Damn, you made out like a bandit.
It's a lot of work. I left here with a net worth of about $16 million, and I put that shit to work.
Yeah, fucking hey. You did the smart thing. You bought land, because land always goes up in value. That's like generational wealth right there.
So, my wife and my kids and my husband will be taken care of, and then you and Ziggy are next in line at the will besides my parents. Because I know there are no better people who would put the same amount of love and care into my wildlife business than you guys would.
I would want nothing more than to still have a say in the wildlife side of things. The wildlife side is, granted, something that I never got to succeed with in the PD this time around, and I won't lie, that's always going to be a guilt of mine. I really don't care anymore, but at the same time, deep down, that'll always be a guilt. But if I ever get a chance to work with animals again, I mean, that is a passion project that will be there till the day I die.
Enjoy your last couple years in Los Santos, because the doctors are probably giving me until the decade's out.
Don't say that.
That is what it is, Flop. I already got
I know.
way more time. I already got way more time.
I don't know what's going on with it. Tell us, Mike.
I'll get to see my boys start high school and my girls start middle school. And that's enough for me.
Well, I will keep that in mind, but I don't want to think about it that way.
No, I know.
I don't believe in goodbyes.
Medicine made some advancements, you know, between now and then, but I was already missing a bunch of brain, and you can only have so much brain turned to pudding before there's not much left to you.
At least you have some brain, because I'll tell you what, I'm mostly pudding. Fucking hell.
I don't know. My greatest concern is with this whole thing is what happens when I stop being Balto?
I don't think that's ever
Because-
gonna get to a point. Yeah, it's gonna
I
cross
mean-
that bridge, but
Yeah.
the reality, Balto, is I do believe in consciousness in terms of you know, being conscious in your decisions and choices. And I think if it ever gets to that point, I don't think people are gonna remember the Balto that crosses that bridge. I think the people that know you are gonna remember the Balto for Balto.
That's all I want.
Mm-hmm. I told everyone in the PD, I said, when I retire, I said, I want you guys to remember the good for me. I walked in this place happy. I'm going to walk out happy. And as long as you guys remember the good I did, don't be surprised when you see things moving forward. So all we could ask for in our legacy is to be remembered for the good times.
That's all I want. Let me go down as the treasonous, human trafficking, drug peddling EMS deputy chief. Let me go down as the guy who...
Is that going to be on your tombstone?
Tempting, but there's not enough room after a loving father and all the other stuff they want to put.
Yeah, but it'd be really funny if in small text that's just embroidered in the bottom.
Maybe on a slip in the casket. Enough of this depressing shit.
Please,
Let's talk about
God.
something more. So, hear me out. What if, for your wedding, we didn't do a Christian wedding? Because neither you or Ziggy are Christian, as far as I'm aware, right?
Nah.
Flop, do you want to tell me? Are you a Catholic?
Balto, I don't fucking know what we are. I'm gay, okay? That's all I know.
What if we did a wedding? So yours, it's a vow renewal, right?
Yeah.
This is just the ceremony because you're going to be legally married at this point. So what if we did a hand fasting instead? Something in the old tradition. Something that focused more on loyalty and devotion to each other rather than service.
Is that like... What goes into that? I'm not asking as a... I'm asking as a moron because I don't know, but what actually goes into that?
The words are different. Have you ever... I'd say we could probably do it at Beaver Bush because that's a place that has a lot of meaning to you.
Oh, good. Faye can
But
show
basically,
up.
You would be standing up there with whoever's going to do the hand fasting ceremony.
Uh-huh. Sorry.
Oh, is there a night race? We can go. We can race and talk at the same time because we're talking about fun stuff now.
Yeah, I've never done this race. Let me see. Which one is this? Oh, wait. I have done this. Wait, have I? Wait. Oh, fuck. It starts at the It starts here.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Wait, this looks like a lot of fun. This is all up in the hills. Fuck. All right.
Come on.
Oh, let's run it. Fuck it.
We'll race in your vagina. Oh. Remember when I said earlier that somebody was gonna fall down the ladder?
What did you say?
Remember when I said earlier that somebody was almost certainly gonna fall down the ladder when we left?
Holy fuck.
Just put me in the fucking car. We'll race with my body in the passenger seat.
No, it's fine. We gotta go back down to the apartments anyway, so I can bring you over to get medical and grab the car and get up here. So this is fine. Let's just make this happen. Fucking hell.
All right, fine.
Oh. I got you.
Anyway, so the wedding.
Uh-huh.
So you'll be standing up on the balcony of Beaver Bush with whoever's doing the ceremony, and I guess if we're doing a hand fasting, I'd probably have to do it, especially since you're not the one getting walked down the aisle.
What the fuck? What?
Hello?
Hello?
I feel like I'm in the car, but my body feels like it's definitely somewhere else.
What?